everyone, welcome to Crafty Crochet and thanks for joining me today, guys. What we're going to work on today is, most people do snowman, so today we're going to work on a snow lady, guys. So on my table here, guys, I've got some leftover yarn mostly, and I've got green, orange, black, white and red, guys. So I'm going to use all these 5 colors, and they are all 100% acrylic double knitting yarn. And here I've got a bit of toy stuffing, sorry, and I've got 2 buttons. Well, they should be black, guys, but I think I can get away with these dark blue ones. I've got my pair of scissors, yarn needle, a 4mm hook and some stitch markers. And also, guys, I've got these small buttons. You know, these are for the eyes. So get your tools, guys, your cup of tea, whatever else you need. Let's sit down comfortable and work on this snow lady. With your white yarn, make a magic circle, and in that circle work 6 half double crochets. So 6 half double crochet into your ring, and you can just close your circle a bit, guys. So work a slip stitch into your first stitch. We won't be using any chain one in this, guys. Right? So into each stitch work 2 half double crochets. You should have a total of 12 slip stitch into your first stitch to join row number 2. So from row number 2, which is this row that we have just completed, guys, to row number 10, we're going to increase 6 stitches per row. So first we started with 6 and then we do an increase. Now we have 12, so we're going to increase another 6 for row number 3. So at the end you should have a total of 18. So work 1, 2 half double into your first, 1 into your next, 2 into the next stitch, 1 into your next, and at the end you should have 18 stitches. So you slip stitch into your first stitch, and I'll see you for row number 4. So for row number 4, you're going to work an increase every 2 stitches. So here goes, guys. So into your first, 1 half double, to your second, another half double, into your third, 2. So 1 half double, another half double into the next, 2, and at the end you're going to slip stitch into your first stitch. You should have a total of 24. Row number 5, into your first stitch, work 1 half double into each of the next 3 stitches. Into your next, work 2 half doubles. So this is what you're going to work all the way around. Slip stitch into your first stitch to join. Row number 6, work 1 half double into each of the next 4 stitches. Into your 5th, work 2 half double crochets, and this is what you're going to work for the remainder of row number 6. Slip stitch into your first stitch to join. So you should have a total of 36 stitches for row number 6. So row number 7, into your first stitch, into the next 5 stitches, work 1 half double crochets. Sorry guys. Into your 6th stitch, work 2 half double crochets, and this is what you're going to work for the remainder of row number 7. At the end, you slip stitch in your first stitch as usual. Row number 8, work 1 half double crochet into each of the next 6 stitches. Into your next, work 2 half double crochets, and you're going to continue in this form all the way around. Slip stitch into your first stitch, and you should have a total of 48 stitches at the end. Row number 9, work 1 half double into each of the next 9 stitches, into each of the next 7 stitches, into your next stitch, work 2 half double crochets, and this is what you're going to work for the remainder of row number 9. Slip stitch into your first stitch to complete row number 9. Row number 10, and this is your last increase row. So into work 1 half double crochet into each of the next, work 1 half double crochets into each of the next 8 stitches, into your next stitch, work 2 half double crochets, and this is what you're going to work for the remainder of row number 10. At the end, slip stitch into your first stitch to join. So this is the head of our snow lady, guys. So for row number 11 to 22, you're just going to work 1 half double crochets into each stitch all the way around, guys. Slip stitch into your first stitch to join, and you just continue until you have 22 rows. So you need from this row, guys, you would need another 11 rows. Okay, guys, so at the end of row 22, you're going to leave your yarn. Just pull up your loops, guys, and get your sewing needle or yarn needle, and your 2 buttons for the eyes, and you're going to count to row 17 or 18, guys, is fine. And with your work flat on the table, guys, from this end, from your right to your left, in the 17 row you should have 30 stitches. Now you're going to count from your right 9 stitches, and from your left another 9 stitches. Put your stitch marker down, guys. So in between you should have 12 stitches, so your eye should be 12 stitches apart. So you're going to sew down both buttons, guys, and two rows above your eyes, guys. So here to here, you're going to sew in the brow. So you insert about there, and I'm just gonna put my next about there. So just do the same for both eyes, guys. Fasten off and weave in your ends. So from row 23 to row 30, we are going to decrease 6 stitches each row. So for row 23, you decrease 1 stitch every 8 half double crochets, guys. So So 8, so you're going to work a decrease, and you work another 8 half double into the next 8 stitches, so you work another decrease, and this is how you're going to continue working for row number 23. At the end you slip stitch into your slip stitch into your first stitch. Row number 24, work 1 half double crochet into each of the next 7 stitches, and work 2 half double crochets together, and this would be your first decrease of this row, and this is what you're going to work for the remainder of row 24, and slip stitch into your first stitch to join, and you're going to work row number 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30, guys. Just continue to decrease 6 stitches every row. So when we start out in row 23 of our decreasing, our first row, we decrease after 8 stitches. So for 24 you work 7 stitches, then decrease. Next you would work 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that should take you to row number 38. So at the end of row 30, fasten off and leave about 15 inches of yarn, guys. And for the body you're going to work the same method as we did for the head. You're going to work from row 1 to row 10. So just completed row number 10 of the body. So for row number 11, work 1 half double crochet into each of the next 9 stitches, two half double into your next, and you're going to continue in this form to the end of row number 11. For row number 12, work 10 half double crochets, into each of the next 10 stitches. Work 2 half doubles into your next stitch, For row number 13 to 24, work 1 half double crochet into each stitch. At the end of the round, slip stitch into your first chain to join. For row 25 to 39, we are going to decrease 6 stitches each round. So here goes. Work 1 half double crochets into each of the next 10 stitches. And for your first decrease in this row, work 2 half double crochets together and work 1 half double crochets into each of the next 10 stitches, then work another decrease, and that's how you're going to work for the remainder of row 25. At the end, slip stitch into your first stitch. Row 26, work 1 half double crochets into each stitch. At the end, slip stitch into your first stitch. So you're going to work in decrease of 6 every other rows until you have 24 stitches remaining. And that should take you up to row 40. Leave a long tail end to stitch. Okay guys, so I've stopped at row 36. I've completed, so I'm sewing the 2 buttons on the body. So at row 24, just folding 2 guys even nicely, and at row 24 you're going to count 18 stitches from your right, and you're going to sew your first button down, and then another 6 or 7 rows down, row 31, so 7 rows down, you're just gonna align your next button with this one, guys, and you're gonna sew that down. So seven rows apart. You can do 7, you can do 6, so you can do 30 or 31. I'm doing 31, and I'm just gonna stitch this one down, guys. So stitch it from the inside. nice and firm, guys. Fasten off. So this is how I'm looking, guys. So I'm just going to continue work on row number 37. So 1 half double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches, then work 2 half double crochets together, and this is how you're to work the remainder of row 37. So for 38 you would just work your single crochet into each stitch, slip stitch into your first stitch, and for row 39 you'd work another decrease round, so you would work 3 half double crochets into the next 3 stitch, and then you work 2 half double crochets together, and then for row 40 you just work 1 half double crochets into each stitch, slip stitch into your first stitch to complete that round, and pull up your yarn and leave about 15 or 20 inches, guys, and stuff. You have to stuff your body, guys. Use your stuffing. So we're going to work on the nose, guys. So with your orange yarn, work a magic circle. Work 4 half double crochets into your circle, slip stitch into your first stitch to join, work 1 half double crochet into each stitch, at the end slip stitch into your first stitch to join. Row number 3 you're going to work an increase of 2 stitches, so into your first stitch 1 half double, into your next 2 half double crochets, 1, and into your next 2 half double. You should have a total of 6. Slip stitch to join into your first stitch. So for row 4 and row 4, 5 and 6 you're going to work 1 half double crochets into each stitch, at the end slip stitch into your first stitch. Row number 7, work 1 half double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, into the next 2 half double crochets, 1 into your next stitch, followed by a second, and into your next 2 half double crochets. row number 8, work 1/2 double into each stitch. At the end, slip stitch into your first stitch, fasten off and leave about 8 to 10 inches tail end. So you're going to put a bit of stuffing into your nose, guys, not too much. That's fine. And we're going to stitch it down onto our head. So guys, from the eyes you count 1, 2, 3, and guys, just try to put it in the middle and stitch it down. So from there, 1, 2, 3 for the mouth, guys. So for the mouth, from here to here. Let's hold on, guys. So 1, 2, 3. Then you're gonna put the nose about here. So about 3 rows and another 3 rows. No, another 2 rows, guys. We're going to work on our mouth. So with your black yarn and needle, guys, we're just gonna stitch. Let's do some running stitch. About here. So you just go over, guys, and just fill in the space. And guys, do not sew at the back. Fasten off, weaving your ends, guys, and 1, 2, 3, like 3 rows up from the mouth. You just find in the center, guys, and you're gonna stitch your nose around. So now you're going to stuff your head. So after you have stuffed your head, just gonna stitch the bottom up. Fasten off and weave in your ends. So now we're going to work on the arms, and you need to work 2 arms. So work your magic circle and work 6 half double crochets into your ring. Slip stitch into your first stitch and work 2 half double crochets into each stitch. You should have a total of 12 stitches. At the end, slip stitch into your first stitch to join. Row number 3, we're going to work another increase. We're going to increase by 6 stitches. So into your first stitch, 1 half double crochet, into your next 2 half double crochets, and into your next work another 2 half double crochets, and this is how you're going to work the remainder of row number 3. Slip stitch into your first stitch to complete that row. Row number 4 to 10, work 1 half double crochet into each stitch. At the end, slip stitch into your first stitch to complete that round. Row 11, decrease 3 stitches, so 1 half double into each of the next 3 stitches, into the 4th and 5th, work 2 half double crochets together, work another 3 half double into next 3 stitches, work another 2 half double crochets together, and you continue to work like that, and at the end slip stitch into your first stitch. Row number 12 to 28, work 1 half double crochet into each stitch. At the end, slip stitch into your first stitch to join that row, and leave a tail end of about 8 inches. Okay guys, so for your arms, just pop a tiny bit of stuffing to about here, and then attach it onto, just use a bobby pin guys, just to hold it in place, and just stitch across, just to stitch across here. I've already done this one, guys, so this is how it's looking. Just stitch across, and then you're gonna put the head on and just to stitch all the way around. With your green yarn, make a slip knot, chain 65, into the third chain from your hook, work 1 double crochet, work 1 double crochet into each chain to the end. At the end, fasten off, weaving your ends. With red yarn, make a slip knot, chain, so this is how you're going to work for the next 21 rows. Single crochet into each stitch. At the end, chain 3, turn your work around, miss your first stitch, and continue to work 1 single crochet into each stitch. You should have 23 rows at the end. So what we're going to do, guys, we're just going to work half double crochets all around our piece. So into your first stitch, work 2 half double crochets, and into your first double crochet sides, work 2 half double crochets, work evenly, guys, all the way along this short side, and at this, the 2 long sides, this and this, you're just gonna work 1 half double crochet into each stitch, but for your 2 short side, work 2 half double crochets into each double crochet stitch. At the end, fasten off, weaving your ends. Okay, guys, so this is how I'm looking. So I'm telling you guys, our snow lady going to look really well in this cape, yeah? So what I want you to do now, guys, with wrong side facing, just to fold into, and what we are going to do, we're going to work some single or triple peacock along here, go down and up and back to the beginning. Okay, guys, so I'm going to use a white sparkle So insert your hook, through both pieces, guys. Work a slip knot, and we're going to work some single peacock. So work 1 single crochets and chain 4. So you're going to continue to here, guys, and then sorry, you're going to go down this end, come around. Okay, guys, so we need to give our snow lady some blush. So let's go for this pink one right here. Nice rosy pink cheeks. So that's how my cheeks are looking, guys. And then you just pop on our queen cape. Yeah. So guys, this is my finished snow queen, snow lady. I hope you have fun making yours, and I hope it turned out exactly the way you wanted it. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.